Thank you, SME Connect, for all those kind words, energy, ideas. That's what I titled today, the discussion or the interaction as brainstorming. And brainstorming on what? The unleashing the power of entrepreneurship and innovation. I have withheld greetings to you saying good morning, namaskar, adab, for the simple reason. Please, one request. If your cell rings, my battery discharges. And my energy drains out, and then I will have to say thank you. And the thought process breaks. So we're going to be discussing on doing brainstorming of unleashing the power of entrepreneurship and innovation. If I had gone to Baba Ramdev and asked him what power that you will give it to the individuals, he would have certainly diagnosed some of his product. I have not brought any product. We'll be developing the product and thought process, and I can see very senior, I will not call them veterans, but the stalwarts from the SMEs, those who have number of years of experience, and I can see some young faces also that side. Those who maybe just have jumped into this particular activity of entrepreneurship. So therefore, before I take on, I certainly would like to have an audience analysis so that whatever inputs are giving, those interest you at a very different level, and my slight inputs, that is the slicing, the jokes in between, are accepted comfortably. And if anyone feels a little offended, please raise your hand. I'll come and touch your feet and request to excuse me. So all those who have been into this particular activity of SMEs, kindly over 50. Say I am over 50, raise hand. Girls, not to look at them, please. And how many years into the business, sir? Age and number of years in the business. Let me start with, I am running 72, 11th of November, I will be total 72. Joined Army in 1968, have taken part in both the fronts in 1971 operations, rest all activities, and thereafter became an entrepreneur at the age of 52, when I retired from the Army and jumped into this particular arena of training and development. So 72 and 52 onwards, that's my stage. So would you like to kindly share so that and then I can customize my inputs with you? Yes. Who is the oldest around this? Nobody could be oldest than me.
I'm around 51 and I'm on my own since last 10 years.
Okay, good. 51 and 10, that me. Yes, sir. Mr. Sethi. Like me. Absolutely. The youngest?
22 years.
Okay, that's very nice. Some more, please. 40. So okay, you're all veterans. Youngest one? 21. Age or years? Age and number of years in the 1. So at 20, he launched himself and he became 21. Nice. You will be a very interesting target for me to take on some discussions. No, certainly we need to bring out some lessons and we need some audience to interact with us. So we talk on that. So we have somebody with 40 years and 20 years. Such a span is available today across the audience. I Connect. This is owned by, that's my company, SSS Skill School, and we are into training and development, and I am their partner in Pune to undertake any kinds of the trainings on behavioral science, whatever you simply say, personality, this, etc., etc. That I am their man in Pune who can take on for yourself. Obviously, the contract is with them. You can talk to them. The cost is out, and we can take on to them. So that will be done by me. So now let's look at when we are talking entrepreneurship and innovation. Married? 21? No, he says not married. Physically, spiritually? What are you? Spiritually married? कोई मीरा है पीछे? कोई मीरा नहीं अभी तक? कोई मीरा दीवानी नहीं हुई? कॉलेज में? नहीं. So he is still an entrepreneur. In the personal field, he is still an entrepreneur. He must be on the Shadi.com, vagera, vagera. If he is not there, his father, his elder brother must be looking at it. And if he has gone through some relationship management during his college days, for 6 months, and suddenly he comes up with an idea, कांता आ गई, और कांता के साथ अब शादी करनी है. So he converts from entrepreneur to entrepreneurship. Similarly, if somebody has been working, all these young people, you've been working in one industry, you work for let's say 1 year, live in relationship, you shift, पसंद नहीं आया ये job, मजा नहीं आ रहा, किस लिए ये नहीं पता. Normally people leave because of the boss. He jumps into the second industry, again search for 1 year, and suddenly एक दिन ऊपर बल्ब जलता है, ये idea है, let me launch myself into it. He leaves the job and gets into starting his own business. So he has shifted from entrepreneur to entrepreneurship. Why I am touching this, though the stalwarts will be saying this definition is not required, but what is the cause of it? So let's look at it. What is the definition of an entrepreneur? An individual who bears the risk of operating business in the face of uncertainty and future conditions. He is an entrepreneur. See the number of factors that this gentleman is confronted with. He is an entrepreneur. I have not brought in a lot of academics in it. There's an entrepreneur also. If he gets an idea and carries on working in the same industry and gives them that idea, then he's not an entrepreneur, but he's an entrepreneur. So market, this is a person. What is entrepreneurship? It's a process. Process, creating something new which has value for the product and customer. The second, the ability and willingness to spend time, effort, and money in creating the value. And the third is capability of assuming risk, finance, fortune if things go wrong. Now, if this gentleman, may I know your name, sir? Vikrant. Okay. Now he suddenly wants to get married. So getting married, do you think it's an entrepreneur or entrepreneurship? An entrepreneur now shifting into the entrepreneurship because creating something new which has value for the product and customer. His wife is a customer, his in-laws are customer, product will be their child. So he is into the entrepreneurship. Shifting now, a person shifting into a process. Two of our religions, they say it's a contract, though it's an institution by law. Marriage is an institution by law, but Muslims and the Christianity says it's a contract. So the partners are working in a contract and he has to come up with some new ideas because suddenly he found a kanta to whom he has got married. And I say the last word, why I'm going a little fast, because I got just 20 minutes with you. So if it says, if things go wrong, so he got married to Bijli, and after 4-5 days, the Bijli says, please call all the family members, I want to have a meeting with them. So he's surprised, अभी तो honeymoon पूरा नहीं हुआ, meeting करना चाहती है पूरी family members के साथ में. See, entrepreneurship, shifted from entrepreneur to entrepreneurship. So Bijli calls for a meeting after good heavy breakfast. She says, please sit down, I want to talk to you. So everyone sat down. He says, I've come, got married, very well welcomed, all over, good dowry, etc., etc., acha reception. But I just want to share my process with you, process. She says, इस घर के अंदर जो कपड़े धो रहा था, वो कपड़े धोता रहेगा. जो खाना बनाता था, वो खाना बनाता रहेगा. जो सब्जी लाता था, वो सब्जी लाता रहेगा. किसी के काम के अंदर कोई बदली नहीं होगी मेरे आने से. I have come here to only entertain your son. Any questions? He is now worried at the last word of, he was not expecting this kind of a process being brought in by the entrepreneurship. Then he would have said, अकेला entrepreneur रहता, कहाँ फंस गया मैं entrepreneurship के अंदर. Just sharing the thought process, how this historical development of entrepreneurship has come into it. It is a long story. In Middle Age, somebody said, whosoever is in charge of the large-scale projects is an entrepreneur. In 1725, Mr. Richard Conlinton, he said, bearing risk as opposed to the one supplying finance. Working for something, when compared with the individual who is providing finance, then you are into the entrepreneurship. In 1803, it changed the style by Mr. Jean, enjoying profits. If you started enjoying profits, he called you entrepreneurship. In 1876, Mr. Francis came up, receives profit from the managerial capabilities. 1934, innovator who develops untried technology by Joseph. That's where the new beginning started, new technology which has not been tried out. 1961, energetic risk taker by David. And the Peter Drucker, the most famous man to whom we all know as a management expert, he says, maximizing opportunities. 1975, Mr. Albert Kidd takes initiative and organize some economical and social mechanism and accept risk of failure. And from 1985, who creates something different with value, risk, rewards, and accept risk. This is how the whole thing has been changing the concept of entrepreneurship. Let's now take a very live example which we have all, I should not say suffered, but we experienced. The Supreme Court gave an order, there will be no liquor shop, no liquor stall within 500 meters of the highways. Am I right? One poor chap, not Colonel Anand because I can't establish it, let's say some Anandam established his small shop next to the highway and he started making good business. Now suddenly this business has gone out of the gear. What do you think he would have done? There are a lot of experienced people said, I saw one in Punjab, they loaded the bar on a tractor and the tractor used to move around. And anyone who wanted a drink can sit in the tractor, drink, and then get off at the place. Any ideas? The veterans will not know, I know you will not do it, but some young people, those who thought of some idea as to if you're confronted with such a situation in life, what would you have done? Home delivery, okay, that's good. Very nice, one answer. You got to be talking because I am going to only give the bullet points. Okay, yes sir. Yeah, that's also one of the hotels they did the winding moving in. And even in Pune, the boat club shifted their gate from this place to this place and made it 500 meters. But why couldn't we have done this? Sound. Possible? He has done it, he has proved it. Any kind of 1 meter, 500 meters has no bearing on this. This is innovation. What is this? Innovation. And what is innovation? It's slightly different from creativity for the young man. If he has gone through the books, then you will be able to tell us what is the difference between creativity and innovation. Innovation is a process of developing a creative idea that can be put into practical, can be revolutionary, can be evolutionary. You want to come up with some creative idea which can be put into practice. Again, saying 20 minutes, which is a very big constraint to talk on such a beautiful topic. So that was an innovation, and today, as per the research, we have 15 types of the innovations processes available. You got to select one out of it, which an entrepreneur or SME can select. That is up to your capabilities and where you are. So first they talk is the incremental innovation. There's a big write-up on it, but I have only snatched it out. It is the incremental innovation seeks to improve the system that already exists, making them better, faster, and cheaper. Then you have process innovation, which says process innovation means the implementation of a new or significantly improved production or delivery method. You got to find out what is your problem. Red ocean innovation. Anyone heard of red ocean, blue oceans? Okay. Red oceans refers to the known market space. That is, all the industries in the existing today. In red oceans, industry boundaries are defined and accepted, and the competitive rules of the game are known. Companies try to outperform their rivals to grab a greater share of existing demand, usually through the marginal changes in offering level and price. As the market space gets crowded, the prospect for profit and the growth are reduced. Products become commodities, and cutthroat competition turns the red ocean bloody. So you've got to find out, are you part of the red ocean? What we're going to be doing here. Service innovation, which is now coming in. Service industry is coming up in a very big manner. Service innovation can be defined as a new or a considerably changed service concept. Like Ola and Uber, now they are thinking of running their cars from Pune to Mumbai even. Earlier they were only doing it locally. They are going to jump into this particular thing. So service innovation can be defined as a new or a considerable change service concept. Client interaction, channel service delivery systems, or technology concept that individually but must likely in combination leads to one or more renewed service functions that are new to the firm. Business model innovation. Business model innovation refers to the creation or reinvention of a business itself. Whereas innovation is more typically seen in the form of a new product or service offering, a business model innovation results in an entirely different type of company that competes not only on the value proposition of its offering, but aligns its profit, formula, resource, and process to enhance that value proposition, capture new market segments, and alienate competitors. If you're looking for this, you're looking at the business model innovation. Sustainable innovation. Innovation is a term used to describe products and processes that contribute to sustainable development. You got to tell me 5 minutes. Frugal innovation, that's more applicable to the SMEs. Frugal innovation is about doing more with less. Entrepreneurs and innovators in the emerging markets have to devise low-cost strategies to either tap or circumvent institutional complicities and resource limitations to innovate, develop, and deliver products and the services to low-income users with little purchasing power. Nano. I talked of red ocean. There is a blue ocean also available. Blue oceans represent the unknown market space. All the industries not in the existence today. Blue oceans are defined by the untapped market space. By space, demand creation, and the opportunity for highly profitable growth. In blue oceans, competition is irrelevant because the rules of the games are not set. Blue oceans can be created by expanding existing industry boundaries or by restructuring industry boundaries. Radical innovation, sometimes referred to as the breakthrough. Discontinuous or disruptive innovations provide something new to the world that we live in by uprooting industry conventions and by significantly changing customer expectations in a positive way. Ultimately, they often end up replacing existing methods of technology. Your cell phones are changing like this. This is a radical innovation. Open source innovation, it is the best for you because if you have lack of R&D resources, then you go in for open. I will read it out, but explain it slightly. It is crowd sourcing. That means you source and outsource the thing. If you have an idea, you borrow an idea from somewhere and then try and implement it. It is not only your idea, ideas come from outside. Like he has just explained it to you, that case of agarbatti. In production and development, open source is a philosophy of pragmatic methodology that promotes free risk distribution and access to an end product design and implementation design. Experience innovation, most of you have got it, companies that try to create holistic experiences by emotionally engaging their customer. Like your suggestion box, there's awards for new ideas, all thought processes in which you emotionally develop them, they give you the ideas, and you implement that. We'll jump this. Disruptive innovation is an innovation that helps create a new market and value network, and eventually goes on to disrupt an existing market and value network over a number of years or decades, displaying an earlier technology by itself. This is user-led innovation, which is a very, very important. You can see the case, how he has modified his one motorcycle into the people carrying so many people. The user is king is a phrase that's repeated over and over again as the mantra. Companies must become user-centric, but there is a problem. It doesn't work. Here is the truth. Great brands lead users, not the other way around. You are all confronted with the supply chain thing. Supply chain innovation is about applying best practices and technology innovation to your own supply chain in order to reduce such a cycle and wait times and other waste, to use a lean term. Lean term is almost known to you, 5S and lean Kaizen, in your in-house process. What is our aim today? Why are we here? I talked of entrepreneur, I talked of entrepreneurship, and I talked of innovations available. That is what was the first topic given to us. That is what brought you and me together, which we'll be meeting for 20 minutes. So why are we here then? That's very nice. Why are we here? A little broader term, since you are only a salesman, that's why the sales, savere uठते ही sale, शाम को उठते ही उसकी sale ही sale है. सपने में भी पता नहीं sale आती है, कौन आती है. Unless you have named your wife as Sale. Hello Sally, how are you? Okay, cut short. To brainstorm and suggest an integrated process by combining two different processes, namely entrepreneurship and innovation. We are talking about two processes today, entrepreneurship and innovation. Both are processes. इकट्ठा करना है, कॉकटेल बनानी है एक, ताकि उस कॉकटेल की किक जो है एक ही ड्रिंक में मिल जाए. So we got to create an integrated process by combining these two, entrepreneurship and innovation, and identify its power. When you're combining these two powers, if somebody, young man is driving, he has a brake, he has a horn, he tries to find out which is more powerful. Both are processes. Instead of using brake, he uses horn and he wants to do zigzag, zigzag, and finally lands up on top because the power puts him down. Similarly, what are you looking at? Trying a combination which will give you the required power. And power for what? Because any entrepreneur, any industry which is established in a country or anywhere in the world, three types of the people look at them. And that is, one is the economist. Because you're going to set up, change, affect the economy of that country. So the economist will see how the impact of this action on economy. If you brought in this new technology, power by innovation and entrepreneurship, how it is going, that's why the funding will come in. You've got to prove that particular part to the economists. How this is going to impact the economy of. Second, they're sitting people, socialists and psychologists, why they act that way. ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं? I would like to add to Sanjeev, isn't it? I would like to add to his, the SMEs are not only for just making profits, sir. You're also liable, required, responsible to share that profits in the aspect of CSR with the society from where you get that money. Unless you pass it across, your brand building doesn't take place. Bill Gates is the famous man with the entrepreneur. How much is sharing? Any Rotarian around? How much has he shared, sir, this year? God only knows how much money he has shared. He has said, I'm giving so much of money in the last conference. Why is he doing that? He can also keep that money with him. So it is not only one responsibility of making profit and putting the money in your pocket, but sharing it with this society from where this money has come in. And that's where the socialist and the psychologist come in as to why they act that way. And the last is number of gurus, Mr. Sethi, all over those who people like us, those who teach in management schools and have been teaching, don't even do anymore. They will think how this will act. Because they've got to prepare the new students towards this change which has come in of an integrated thing which entrepreneurship and innovation has combined. They got to start preparing to teach this particular aspect. So when you create an integrated process, you got to be answerable to these three set of people at the national level. What are the various areas in which innovation is taking place today across the world? One is information technology. Second is advertising and marketing, booming, absolutely. Services, there is no end to it. There is no end to it. Like he said, home delivery. आजकल खाना home delivery में ही हो रहा है. I just got reminded, a man like me went to the shopkeeper. He says, क्या चाहिए? He says, confidence चाहिए. Service है ना? So he looked at me and the shopkeeper looked at me. He says, confidence चाहिए किस लिए? खड़े होके बोला नहीं जाता. थोड़ा दम नहीं रहता. तो इसे छोटू इनको एक पाव वाली बोतल और एक स्नैक्स का पैकेट दे दो. जब बोलना हो उससे आधा घंटा पहले ले लेना. डिलीवरी, होम डिलीवरी. कॉन्फिडेंस देने के भी 50 सर्विस के तरीके आ गए. Health and software. Let's look at a very interesting example of how the innovation with entrepreneurship has created this idea, which is an integrated aspect, and how the health people are looking at it. Through volume. Can we get more people to choose the stairs by making it fun? Their escalator, their stairs. Now look at the stairs that they've created, something like an harmonium or piano. Nobody is on the escalator. 66% more people than the normal started using the stairs. So we got to be sit down, work out and integrate it. Only 4 minutes required, if I'm still. So you create an integrated process. And we found out from the research, I am just an army officer into the entrepreneurship in a different manner, no industrial product, but this is also a product. So what are the tips? What you should do? I think that's the reason that you are sitting here today. Though you will create an integrated process with your experience, then I would like to share some tips on it as to how in 2017 an entrepreneur can enhance his business with a combination of innovation. Create a content strategy with one bullet point. How to do it? Every week write a 700-word blog post, something that helps educate and engage your target audience. Baba Ramdev, Om Shanti Om, another bloody serial is coming where Baba Ramdev comes with a guitar. He even does not know properly how to hold it, but what is he doing? Share that link via your primary social channels. That might seem simple, but why shouldn't it be? When most small business owners associate some attainable path of vast articles, videos, podcasts, with the concept of content strategy, and it sounds so overwhelming that you quit before you start. Keep it simple, and when you are successful, expand your strategy after you build in a weekly habit to execute your first bullet point. Reach your customers, reach your target audience. I think this is very simple. You all must be doing it. Create webinars, how to do it. Think about how to. How to. Not wise, how to. Topic that you can speak about confidently and that your market would want to learn. I was told, I went to Aurangabad to do a training. I was advised to whomsoever you have given this training, these were Bajaj people, please tell them to create a blog on sulekha.com about your performance. That will give you more vendors and they will reach you for the training. That they advised me. Create a simple outline of your how-to webinar, incorporate these elements, start with a quick journal introduction on the topic, etc. Discuss the agenda after the main portion of your presentation. Let the audience know about any upcoming events, including your next webinar. What are you trying to do? Also, let them know you will be spending them an email over the mentioned during the presentation. Send the email with a build relationship. Tighten up your internal operations. How to do it? Hire a second pair of eyes. Ek observer, ek acha dost, ek acha colleague to whom you can really have faith in it. He will look at your business and then he will share as to what he thinks about it and where some shortcomings and lapses are coming in. Hire a second pair of eyes, something evolve.com can be helped with it. You can't get internal hands to do this because they either don't have the skills or they are so engrossed in your culture and environment that they can't see the real issues, why the business is not growing up. After a thorough analysis, recommendations to improve your operations will emerge. Create a small add-on service to upsell. How to do it? Here are some journal ideas to help you brainstorm to sell opportunities. Supersize it. Create a bigger, brighter, faster, longer, taller, etc. product or service and offer as a product service tier options. Add optional also. Offer a support period for a product. Everybody buy 3, take 1 free and free service thereafter. Aajkal to aa gaya, get married, take 1 child free. And we will service the child so that you don't have to go through the pain of producing a child and looking after it. Offer additional oversight guidance once a service is complete. With each scale, offer a discount on another product or service. Think creatively and leverage your existing products, services to upsell. And the last one, I know you will not agree with me, but you will have to. And that is give 100% commission, service, business, or subscription-based products. Now, who is the man who is into the market in contact with a customer? How to do it? Change your incentive model from current commission percentage to 100% commission and explain why you're doing it. Keep those communication channels open and honest. He is the man who is selling it out. He is the man in touch with the customer on the other side. If you cut his bit, obviously he is not going to help you to develop your business. You have an opportunity to grow your business in 2017. It doesn't have to be substantial growth, but a small incremental advancement in your business not only provides more revenue for you, but more value to your customers. Work on strengthening the core of your business while expanding your reach in the market. What is our nation doing? Anyone has a knowledge that this is a kind of an activity which was done in Pune on 15th to 18th of September. Anyone? Anyone who shares it, I will give you an award. If you're an entrepreneur, you should have kept the tag as to how the government is supporting us to develop ourselves in more and more. They conducted an first Innovation Olympics held at Pune from 15 to 18 September. And the participants were Global Olympic Organizational Committee, Skytech Park, Pune, Indian Science and Technology, Entrepreneurs Park, and the College of Engineering, Pune. They conducted it here. They requested you for all the models, and $3 million was the prize for this. What is coming up? There is a Global Entrepreneurship Summit at Hyderabad on 28 to 29th November 2017. This has been discussed by friend Trump's daughter and our Sushma Swaraj. And they're coming up with this summit on 28th and 29th. And prelude to this, they have met on 19th of September at Chennai. There was a roundtable meeting conducted in Chennai on 19th September, chaired by an American entrepreneur, Seema Chaturvedi. And who all took part in it? The startups, angel investors, venture capitalists, and the women entrepreneurs. And what are their recommendations? Have an active, good mentor. This is a recommendation of that roundtable thing, which will now be going into the month of November. Family support to help take business in right directions. And last is development of a system to remain focused on one area. These are the recommendations of that roundtable conference. You can register yourself. I don't have the details. Certainly those will appear in periodicals and the newspapers for that summit as to who all can register. This is what being done at the national level. But ladies and gentlemen, anyone can do anything at the level to promote you. The family can support you, but I for one believe, unless you have that zanoon, lagan, passion, you will not be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Whenever in a mood where I find things are not moving in a particular manner, I share 1 minute and 40 seconds of my life with one of the videos that I'm going to show you. I normally get emotional after seeing it. Create such videos for yourself. Create such videos for your people. They will understand as to how the things can be turned out. And let's look at it, what the small little kid has to teach us. And I think this gentleman, the Steve Jobs, he supports what that young, small, little toddler was trying to do, to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow know what you truly want to become. And before I close, obviously, the old man, maybe a little tip from you, which I borrowed early in the morning from somewhere. Let me read it out. चलते रहे कदम तो किनारा जरूर मिलेगा. चलते रहे कदम तो किनारा जरूर मिलेगा. अंधकार से लड़ते रहे तो सवेरा जरूर मिलेगा. चलते रहे कदम तो किनारा जरूर मिलेगा. अंधकार से लड़ते रहो सवेरा जरूर मिलेगा. जब ठान लिया मंजिल पे जाना, जब ठान लिया मंजिल पर जाना, रास्ता जरूर मिलेगा. ए राही न थक, चल एक दिन समय जरूर साथ साथ चलेगा, किनारा जरूर मिलेगा. Thank you very much. That's all that I had to share with you. I know 20 minutes are too compact a period to share an idea on entrepreneurship and innovation. Thank you very much for listening to me in such a patient manner. God bless. Let your business grow. Bye-bye.